Hi, Kellie Cottam, Forced Adoption Exposed, down here with David Jenkins, who's with S.C.O.T, Stolen Children of the UK. Now, coming past us, we have, do you want your real name mentioned?
Oh yes, of course, yes.
This is
Carol Woods.
And who are you?
And I am a whistleblower from Lancashire County Council, who blew the whistle in 2001 over altering clients' files so that they could remove children from their families. Asked to commit various illegal activities which I refused to do, and I was eventually forced out of my job for blowing the whistle on all these activities. The police were heavily involved. The police heavily protected corrupt social workers who actually, as a social work manager, was found not to have any qualifications and to be working with a false CV. But I got punished, she didn't. And then things went from bad to worse, I find out more and more and more, and here I am, 2014, 30 years later, all because I tried to do my best for my clients.
What job was it that you used to do?
I did child protection. I was level 3 social worker, experienced, and I carried a massive caseload.
And can I ask you, now we're saying that children are stolen. Are children stolen?
I have reason to believe, and I have documentary evidence, that in my case alone, I can show that children are stolen. In my particular case, one young mum brought up in care, she had nobody in the world, and they thought a couple who wanted a baby just might give her a better life. They did not consider the young mother and nearly had a breakdown. And I won that case in court for that young mum.
Now, I asked you earlier on, are social services receiving bonuses? And you said that there wasn't bonuses, but there was other ways. And then you went on to say that parents are targeted. What did you mean by that?
Well, I have reason to believe that there is money at the bottom of all this in money laundering, ostensibly taken from one case to another, and in my case the Charities Commission was defrauded for 10 years whilst Social Services of Lancashire pretended the money was for children's homes and it wasn't.
Now, David Cameron set targets of 1,000 removals a month. Are social services hitting targets, or do they care about families?
I have absolutely no evidence whatsoever that social services care about families. And in fact, after what they've done to me, I always refer to them as the SS. This is Nazism. Nazism in England, 21st century.
I personally used Nazi stickers on a wall exposing social work.
They are Nazis.
And they hated it.
When they arrive on my doorstep of my once beautiful house and say, get out, it's ours, and then systematically wreck it, knocking £70,000 off its value in 2 hours, and then looting it, leaving me with the clothes I stood up in for nothing at all, nothing, just because they wanted the documents and they're not having them.
A lot of parents, well at the moment there's 100,000 children in the care system, and everything's right, and there's so much paedophilia going on.
Isn't there just? Isn't there just?
Okay, and basically a lot of parents are worried about their children and everything, right? As in, and there is cases where social workers have actually placed with paedophiles.
Yes.
Is this an agenda that's going to be something of the future in this country?
Well,
because if it is, it would have been started within your time that you were in child protection.
But that's always been known. Now, to be fair to social services, I do think if somebody is definitely known to be a paedophile, but, and I'll tell you now, and I hope this goes all over, if the Freemasons, they can do anything they want. You asked me what Dublin is all about. And now I'll be lucky now to get home alive.
Well, I tell you what's something that is, people think this is a conspiracy, okay? They think that children are not taken in order to fulfil paedophile needs.
Yes.
But I ask you, where do you think they're getting children from? they're taking them from the care homes. Now we've had a child protection officer, the people who are currently taking our children, but she's no longer a child protection officer because she does not see where social services actually care about the children, and she decided to blow the whistle, and for doing so has been risking her own home, her own family and her own life. But because she's seen so much proof, still carries around, and yes, there are copies before anybody thinks they can take these. There are about 20 copies. So at the end of the day, this is a child protection officer who is willing, life or limb, to prove that these child that are being taken every 20 minutes are in fact being stolen. And that's why Forced Adoption Exposed supports stolen children of the UK, because it is fact, it is going on, and even child protection whistleblowers are willing to say so. So this is Kellie Cottam down at 10 Downing Street, over and out.